you. Accountability. That's what I'm talking about. Network. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So like I was saying, there are two ways for you to make money. The first way is quick money. Us as market partners, us as, network marketers. For us, that's going to be our 30% off our retail sales. The second way is residual income. And the way we get residual income is through loyal clients, VIP clients, and market partners, business partners. Okay, so that's going to be the main focus of the day today, those two areas. And we're of course retail is going to trickle into it, right? It's going to be all in one, right? So first and foremost, let's talk about the thing that people struggle with the most, and that's actually recruiting. So there are two ways that you're going to be recruiting. It's either going to be through attraction marketing. So that's going to be through inflow, people reaching out to you. And the second way is direct outreach. There's no way around either of these. So for anybody here that's like, no, I'm not going to reach out to people. I'm just going to try to do attraction marketing, or I don't even want to kind of post on my page. I just want to reach out to people. You can't do one without the other if you want to be truly successful. Okay. So first and foremost, reaching out to people, having direct conversations with people. Second is going to be the inflow, which at the end of the day, once that comes to you, once that inflow comes in, you still have to have direct conversation with people. So I know for a fact, after speaking with a whole bunch of people, a whole bunch of market partners, the biggest thing, and I just from seeing it in the business, just from experiencing myself as well, the biggest thing that halts you from doing these two major things in recruitment is fear. It's just fear-based, right? So a lot of people are like, I don't know who to reach out to. I don't know what to say when I reach out. I don't know how to have conversation. I don't want to feel too salesy. I don't want to, right? The best way to overcome this, and this is something that I do with real estate, right, is to literally take 2 hours the first day you start your outreach. And for 2 hours, every single person that you reach out to, be like, hey, introduce yourself, Do you want to buy product off me or no? That's it. For 2 hours straight, you're going to reach out to people nonstop, boom, boom, boom. You're literally saying, hi, my name is Ariane Nieves. Do you want to buy my product or no? And you're going to hear every rebuttal in the book. People will curse you out. People will hang up on you. People will tell you about yourself, everything. But you'll get everything, all that exposure of every single no that you could possibly receive out within your first 2 hours of recruitment, which means that you'll be ready when you actually reach out to people with valuable conversation. You'll be ready to receive a type of rebuttal. You'll be ready for somebody to curse you out and to hang up on you. Put it into perspective. It's not just about the shampoo. It's about your personal brand. If you're not reaching out to people and you're not showing off who you are in your personal brand, your businesses will not flourish. You're an entrepreneur. In order for people to know truly what your personal brand stands for, you have to fight for what you believe in. That's both publicly and privately in all of your conversations. So hold true to that. Hold true to that. Can be consistent in that aspect of it. So when you start off, if you're the type of person that you know for a fact deep down it's stemming from fear, why you're not having direct conversations with people, why you're not talking to the random person on the subway next to you who has their headphones in, be that person. Why you're not pitching a conversation with your cashier, be that person. It's a part of your brand. You never know who you're gonna bump into. Okay, so don't be afraid. If you are afraid and you have to shake that fear out of you, take my advice, because I did it with property. Take 2 hours and just reach out and just literally say, you want to buy product off me or no? And hear every no that you could possibly receive. You'll be prepared for it. Then after that, fine tune what you're doing when you directly outreach to people and when you publicly market yourself. So now let's go a little bit further into each of those sectors when it comes to recruitment, right? Direct outreach. Direct outreach is something that is a must in any single business. You have to generate fresh leads. There should be a consistent generation of fresh leads. As an entrepreneur, you have to make sure that you're generating new eyes consistently, because why? We know that leads take time to nurture. We're not just gonna meet somebody 9 times out of 10, because trust me, there's always that 10% of the time where you'll just meet somebody and they are with the shits, right? But 9 times out of 10, you have to build a relationship with these clienteles. You have to build some type of friendship. You have to build whatever it may be. And it's going to be in your benefit to build genuine relationships with people. That's the point of business. It's the point of being an entrepreneur. So when you're directly outreaching to people and you're breaking that shell and you're just reaching out to people, trying to build relationships, you're speaking about real stuff. Okay. So again, bringing it back, taking a step back, because then we'll be able to put it into a bigger perspective from network marketing. I'm going to use again real estate as an example. When I directly reach out to people as a sales agent, I look for people who are looking to sell their property, which can be very scary. Just like somebody who's making a big transition into a new hair journey. When it comes to your hair and your skin, it's so scary to trust somebody who actually knows what they're doing. I know, I've been going to the same freaking hairstylist since my whole family's went there for years. Like, it's very difficult to switch up being habitual. So when you're reaching out to people, you want to make sure that these people can't smell the salesy on you for your direct outreach. Okay, that's the first thing. You want to be real. You want to create genuine relationships, which means having genuine conversation. Keep in mind, you're selecting who you want to recruit. When you directly outreach to people, you're choosing who you want to be a business partner with you, who you want to be a client of yours. So get to know that person. Because if you're choosing a business partner that you plan on being in this business as a network marketer for the long term, we plan on being millionaires in this chat. You guys wouldn't be on this call if you weren't. So if this is a long-term business investment, oh, guys, just make sure you're muting yourself. When you're looking for your business partners, you want to make sure you're selecting, you're choosing, you have that ability. So you're interviewing them as much as they are interviewing you. Everybody's so afraid of the questions they're going to receive about your business. Don't tiptoe around the fact that you are a businesswoman and you're multifaceted. Don't tiptoe around the fact that even as a dad doing what you're doing, you are a businessman and you are multifaceted. Yes, I work in network marketing. Stop being afraid of that. This is $1 million business, okay? This is a multi-million-dollar business. Stop being afraid of that. Be proud of that. So when you're directly reaching out to people, making sure that you're having real conversation, and it will come through. The best thing that you can do when interviewing potential business partners and potential clients is first and foremost, making sure that they're going to be the right fit for you as much as they're going to be the right fit for them, as much as you'll be the right fit for them. Okay? So that comes with asking questions. That's the only way. And to be transparent with you, the best way for somebody to trust you is to give them the opportunity to speak about themselves first. So ask questions when you directly outreach to people. First and foremost, you want to go into building that relationship off of something that makes you guys compatible. What is it that drew your eye to their page? Why did you want them as a business partner? Highlight that. I love what you're doing in your community, sis. This is really dope. Keep it up. Spark a conversation. Thank you. I really, really, really appreciate that feedback. So dope. What else do you do? And keep it going. Ask about them. Get to know them. Build a real, genuine relationship. And then you know what's going to happen after you've opened up the doors and after you ask the questions, all that good stuff. They're going to do one thing back, and that's ask about you. And when they ask about you, what is it that you do? Like, why does this person have time to reach out to me on Instagram and talk to me about myself? I do X, Y, and Z, and I also do network marketing. You'd be an amazing fit for my network. You want to make sure you have that pitch in there. Once it comes in, once they bring up, what is it that you do? Oh my gosh, I work with this amazing network marketing company called Monet. Have you ever heard about it? 90% of the time they say no. The other 10% of the time they heard something that somebody knows about it. And that's how you're able to gear the actual conversation. Stop being afraid that you're going to word vomit on people. Stop being afraid that you're going to oversaturate or that you're not educated enough to say what you need to say. The only thing you need to know what to do in this business is build genuine relationships. You have your network to support you the rest of the way. Once they're engaged, jump on a three-way call with your upline or with the sideline if you're not comfortable hosting that by yourself. The systems that we create are not meant for you to just be like, boom, go ahead, do it. They're meant for us to be communal. We're supposed to work through this together, and we're supposed to learn from each other, okay, guys? So that's what you're going to do when it comes to direct outreaching. Building relationships, be genuine, be selective in who you want to be on your team. This opportunity is opened up to everybody, but when you're directly reaching out to people, what draws your eye to them as a business partner or as a client? Okay, now let's talk about the second thing, which is directly tied to the first thing, which would be attraction marketing, okay? So in order for you to actually build trust, you have to build a relationship, but not only that, you have to build credibility. So having a landing page, having a resume, having a space for somebody to maybe not necessarily ask you all the questions, but to research you, just like we research brands, just like we research companies, just like we research businesses. Give people that opportunity to do the same for you. So your landing page, your homepage, your social media should be an encompass of your personal brands. You as an entrepreneur, showcase that. Showcase confidence. Be real, be raw, be authentic. If you're at a barbecue this weekend with your godson, like I was yesterday, post about it. Show the world who you really are, because that's what's gonna make you relatable. That's what's gonna open up doors for conversation. And that's what's gonna make it even more impressive when they see you as a multifaceted entrepreneur is doing 4 different, completely different types of businesses and still maintaining your multiple streams of income impeccably, while also being a real life human. So then when you're directly outreaching to people and you're asking about themselves and you're and they get into your space and they wanna know what it is that you do, you're gonna tell them, and they'll be like, is she really credible? Let me check her page out. And if they come back and they see right in your bio exactly what it is that you do and the services that you offer, and they see in your highlights everything that they need to know about your personal business from A to Z, all 5 of your pillars. And if there's anything that I'm speaking about when it comes to the social media and your resume that you guys are not keen on, I highly recommend you reach out to your business partner, Vanessa, because this is all stuff that she speaks about every single Wednesday on our social media calls, okay? So making sure that your 5 pillars are highlighted in your highlights. Making sure aesthetically what you're putting forward on your landing page is something that people will be able to eat with their eyes first and then dive into the value. Another thing now, the reason why Reels is so popular for every single business is because the traction that you're getting is ridiculous. You want to know why? Quick information. People want direct to the point and they want to know what they're searching for. Their attention spans are like this. There's so much quick information right now between TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, whatever it may be, directly at our fingertips, that they want to absorb as much as possible. So make your resume and your page that hub. Because when they click on one of your reels and they scroll down to your next reel and it's also valuable, and then this one's entertaining and it's also valuable, and then this one makes sense, and then this one relates to them, and then this one, they'll be able to start trusting you without you even knowing them. And then that's when the first thing you need to do, which is the direct outreach. The second thing that you need to do is build your credibility, build your homepage, build your landing location, a place for them to research you. The third thing that will happen inevitably is leads coming through attraction marketing, because you will be the go-to person in your personal brand for whatever it is that you are passionate in. Understand that you have a market for whatever it is that you are passionate in. For me personally, a great example is I'm really passionate when it comes to supporting small businesses. Look at my t-shirt. Big shout out to Truly Committed, right? Really passionate about it. So because I preach about it all the time consistently, I consistently have small businesses reaching out to me, whether it's to work with me for real estate, to find their brick and mortars, whether it's to promote their brands, whether it's to stop in, whether it's to build some type of relationship, or to become one of my market partners with me, to work this business and have this as a line of income. So now what I'm gonna do really quickly for the people who are on the Zoom call, I'm gonna share my screen, and I wanna show you guys some key examples of, some key examples of what attraction marketing will lead to, okay? So right over here, we're gonna be in my Instagram, boom. I had 5 new recruits this month. All 5 of them came from attraction marketing. So what I'm gonna show you guys is the actual conversation between these 5 recruits. Oh wait, this is one that I wanted to show you. So this one is my shorty, Naomi. She is a 20-year-old firecracker out in Canada, okay? Just off of the information that I was putting out on my platform for whatever it is that I was doing, the reels that I was doing, the quick info, everything, my lives, everything. She DM'd me. And you can see the conversation starts right off here. She's telling me what it is that she does, what it is that she's looking to do, and she has no idea how to get started. So now knowing, she's asking me for tips and support. So first and foremost, what I love about attraction marketing is if you are the type of person that was uncomfortable enough to reach out to me, to ask me a question about the knowledge that I'm putting forward, I want you on my team. Because that means that you have the mindset for growth. You're not afraid to ask the questions. You're not afraid to network with people. You're not afraid to build relationships, right? So boom. That's where I started right there. In this voice note, I don't know if it's gonna let me play.
Hey, mommy, such a pleasure to meet you. Thank you so much for reaching out to me. And first and foremost, I love the hunger. I see it, girl. There you go. There you go. But that being said, what I definitely recommend is actually joining on to my mentorship. Me and my network, High Society Movement, we partner with this company called Monet. Have you ever heard about it?
So some key things I want you to see. She jumped into my DM. She's curious about what it is that I offer, what it is that I'm doing. Boom, right away, I'm gonna pitch the opportunity because this is what I'm doing this for. I don't post on Instagram for fun. I post on Instagram to monetize off of it. I post on Instagram to make sure that my personal brand is gonna be circulating through all of my businesses. So right away, she reached out to me. She's looking for pointers, support, my mentorship. Same thing when you're directly outreaching to people. When they ask you what it is that they do, you ask them, have you ever heard of Monet? Have you ever heard about this opportunity? And if they haven't, boom, no, actually I haven't, but it does sound interesting. Tell me more. Turns out she actually knew about the business. So how did I actually talk about the business in itself?
Oh, girl, let me put you on to game. Okay, so Monet is a vegan skincare, hair care, and wellness company that me and my network partner with. And it's the exact way that we get paid off of Instagram. It's like one of our sponsors. So what we do is we utilize the products, we socially sell them, we get paid for selling them if we're adding people to our team, and we move from there. Not only that, our network, High Society Movement, we offer a full entrepreneur mentorship program when you become one of our business partners. I really think you'd be a dope fit. You're hungry. I see it. Love seeing a young girl, especially in college, trying to get her coin. So if you'd like to talk more about it, I would love to jump on a FaceTime with you. Or if you don't have an iPhone, then a quick Zoom call. We can do the full consultation, and we can even get you locked in with the network right on the call.
Everything is a system. Okay, so just like your personal business, just like whatever it is that you guys do in your 9 to 5, this business needs to be treated just as seriously. So when you have attraction leads coming in, first thing you want to do is boom, pitch the opportunity. Make sure people are aware that this is tangible and they can be a part of it, and make bread. And you need to know about the company, right? Second thing that you want to do is get them on a call. It's nothing like a text message. It's nothing like a DM. Voice notes can only go so far. You need to talk face to face with people. Again, you're interviewing people as much as they're interviewing you. Then when you get them on the call, you want to make sure that you're generating your leads in a positive way. What I recommend is becoming a part of a CRM system. Okay, this is my recommendation. There is an amazing CRM called Teamzy. They give you a 30-day free trial, and then you can opt if you wanted to pay for the membership for the year, which is cheap for the year. You could pay monthly. I think it's like $20 a month or like $100 and something for the year. Worth it, because it will track. You'll be able to track all of your clientele when you have conversations with them, and it also sets up follow-ups for you. Plus, it tracks your goals. So you can put in your money goals, and it'll track and tell you need to talk to. You need to have 10 conversations today. You need to lock in at minimum 2 market partners this week. You need to lock in at minimum 5 VIPs for this week. So hold yourself accountable. Create those systems for yourself, okay? So attraction marketing that came through, we got them in, we got them engaged, told them about the business, the opportunity, boom. Now we're gonna get them on a call. Oh my goodness, she actually has heard about it. I don't know if you know her. And I explained to her, I don't know her, let's jump on a call. And we were going back and forth so much so that we couldn't even land on a time. And then we finally locked in a time. I got her on a FaceTime call. And once I got her on that FaceTime, that's when I locked her in. So when you get on the FaceTime, you want to, again, ask questions, all that good stuff. And this is something you'll do with a partner, with a third party, whatever it may be. Once you get to know them, you're going to immediately make sure that you're sending them over that product pack email. In order to get started with this business, you have to invest in this business just like any other business. And that's simply by buying the products that you're going to be showcasing, making sure that you actually like them. That's how we socially sell them. Okay. So now let's go over to Bianca. Bianca is another dope firecracker. She's based out in Arizona. And she actually came through attraction marketing. I just want to see, I feel like this isn't loading all of the.
Buenas. Hey, Bianca. First and foremost.
Oh, I remember. So Bianca actually came in as a generated lead from the High Society Movement page, which is, again, branding, your personal brand, making sure it's important. Every time you're speaking about this opportunity, tagging High Society Movement inside of it. Because drawing leads over to that page will then in turn draw them over to our influencer application, will then in turn make them write down your Instagram handle as the person that flowed them over to that page, giving you a new market partner. Just from posting on Instagram. just from being proud of what you do, just from being impressed by your network. Okay, so this came in through that when it came through.
Congratulations on joining High Society Movement. I'm so excited to be your mentor. I know it's late. I know it's a Friday night. And I know that you hear music in the background, but I did just want to briefly congratulate you, introduce myself officially. I'm Ariana. Nice to meet you.
And then I just got to say a little bit further in depth. But what I wanted to showcase on this voice note is when it came in and the lead came in, no matter where I was or what I was doing, I made sure that I sent over a voice note. Accountability. Funnel everything through your systems. People think that recruitment is a one-touch thing. It's not. It's nurturing. It's following up. It's making sure that you're being that mentor before they even get started in the business with you. And then once they're here, making sure that you're holding yourself accountable to taking them through everything that you need to take them through. The last one I'm going to show you guys is going to be Laura. So Laura came through literally off of one of my highlights, which again is important to make sure that you're highlighting your pillars. How do you mentor? That was it. That's all she said to me. I was like, oh, I'm locking her in.
Hey, love. So my name is Ariana. Pleasure meeting you. Well, virtually meeting you. But me and my network, High Society Movement, we work with a company called Monet. I'm not positive if you heard of them before or not, but it's a vegan skincare, hair care, and wellness company. And we basically use them, which is a network marketing company, as a vehicle to not only create generational wealth and multiple streams of income, but also to earn while we learn, because we are entrepreneurs on our own. So we're taking all that information and applying it to our personal businesses. Are you entrepreneurs, sis, or looking to be one? Trying to add some more money in your pocket? Tell me, what drew you in? What caught the interest?
So one thing I also want to highlight, guys, is I'm never not myself. Like what you see is what you get with me, which made these attraction leads come in. So don't switch up. When they come in, be yourself, okay? So that's how I literally pitched the opportunity.
Hey, nice to meet you. Yeah, virtually over Instagram. But definitely that sounds something I'd be really interested in finding more about. Something I'm definitely looking into way more. And basically how it all started was I've been in arts for the longest time. You know, that's all I've ever done in my life. But just until recently, I just left school, I came to the realization that arts is too personal for me to really explain my work. I don't know if that makes sense. I just figured out that that's more of a hobby for me, and that, you know, my real thing in life that I've always felt is money, and is like making money and making people happy and like change people's lives, and like, you know. And so now I'm starting to develop this brand right now. I'm kind of just like looking into how to do everything, and just getting pointers from people, and just like working with like-minded people that make sense, and, you know, and get it and understand like what's going on right now in this industry.
So as you guys can see, she's telling me what she's looking to get out of the community, what she's looking to get out of a new opportunity. And what's ironic is it's everything that we offer. You just have to see what it is that the people are actually looking for, what it is that this potential client or this potential market partner is really genuinely looking for. Okay, let me stop sharing my screen real quick. Okay, boom. I want to dig into the chat really quickly. I just want to see if there's any questions. Please, look at the team, boom, do your part. Cool. Okay, cool, no questions. So essentially, guys, that's going to be your roadmap when it comes to recruiting, okay? What I highly recommend for every single person is making recruitment a part of your daily activity. Make it habitual. You should be creating new conversations every single day. You should be trying to generate new leads every single day. And you never know what one leads to. And for any person that's consistently receiving no's, that's just the first step. Again, it's never just the first touch. 10% of the time, that first touch, you'll have a locked-in customer. 10% of the time. 90% of the time, it's going to take nurturing. It's going to take a relationship to be built. It's going to take trust to be built. So understanding that when you receive a no, they just don't trust you enough right now. They just don't trust the opportunity. They just don't trust the product enough right now. They don't see the vision. They don't see the value. So stay consistent, even when you think that they're not watching publicly. If you're passionate about it, fight for it. If you're passionate about making money and you are part of this opportunity, fight for it. Tag High Society Movement. Be proud that you're a part of network marketing. Be proud that you plan on being a millionaire within the next 3 to 5 years off of selling shampoo on Instagram. Because I'm proud of that. And when you come forward with that confidence, whether it's publicly or privately in your direct conversations, that energy will radiate and you will attract the people that are meant to be your business partners. You will attract the people that are meant to be your business partners. All right, guys, that is the call for today. I do want to open this up for questions because I know that this is definitely a difficult topic. And I want to see if there's any like specifics that people struggle with other than me kind of breaking that all down. So the floor is open. Feel free to unmute yourself. How are we feeling? Can you guys hear me now on the live? No. I had a call that had came in. Nobody, no questions? I find that very hard to believe. Everybody struggles with recruitment. There's not a single question.
Actually, I do have a question.
Okay, sis, let's hear it.
Okay, so for instance, like I've had this girl for about a month and a half now, and I just don't know how to go about, I don't want to be annoying or like too persistent, but like she shows interest, but then it's always that runaround. Like, how would I go about, like, actually, should I get her on a call with us? Should I show her more of what we do? Should I invite her to something? It's just like, I don't know. She seems like, I guess she's interested, but she's skeptic.
Okay. And that, like I said, is going to happen with a lot of people. What I would suggest, the two things that are going to be your biggest, like what's going to push her, what's really going to push her is going to be seeing more of the tangibility. So like Vanessa saying over here, a call, like a three-way call. That's why I recommend doing a three-way, because if there's somebody that you feel as if that individual can directly relate to, like let's say, for example, they're an esthetician, jump on a three-way with Sasha or with Tiff. Let's say, for an example, they want to be a social media yoga guru, jump on a call. You're obviously a great fit for that. And with Vanessa, like knowing where to do with that, so they can see, okay, wow, there is this network literally offers me exactly what I'm looking for, like in every type of mentorship. So that one way. And the second way that's going to be the best for you is just being consistent on the actual platform with the opportunity. Don't forget, yes, you're doing your personal brand. Highlight your personal brand, highlight the stuff that you're passionate in. But don't, again, it's not Voldemort when it comes to Monet and the product or the opportunity, or that this is a network marketing opportunity and all that good stuff. So consistently promote that on your page, promote the community. Because if they don't see you being like real ride or die for it, you know what I'm saying? Like sprinkling it in between your stuff, like they're not gonna trust it. Like, damn, even she don't post about it that often. Like, and she's trying to get me. You know what I mean? So just being consistent in those two things, which I know that you're doing already, which is going to bring me down to the third thing. There are going to be people that just need to watch your journey, which is why it is important that we never stop recruiting. You should be generating new leads every single day. When it comes to entrepreneurship, we don't get paid unless we work, right? That's why we get paid the way we do. You get paid in lump sums. So we want to make those lump sums consistent. In order to make it consistent is that we can never feel as if we have one ball thrown up in the air and we're just waiting for the second one to come down when we're juggling. Like we just got to keep throwing balls in, keep juggling. I just got to keep motion going, because once you drop them, now you got to start the momentum all over again. You get me? Like, in order for the money to become residual and consistent, you want to make sure that you're consistently recruiting market partners, consistently recruiting VIP customers, and then fill in your big checks, your commission checks, your 15th of the month checks with your Friday checks by working your personal business with the products. Don't forget, every time you recruit, you get a bonus for that product pack on Friday too. You want to start seeing $300, $400, $500, $600, $700, $8,000 checks on Fridays? Sell the product and recruit. And that's how your 15th of the month check will be stupid. Right? Anybody else have questions? Go ahead, Esther. I see your hand up, sis.
Well, good evening, everyone. First off, I want to thank you, Ariana, for such a great call. Well, I am in that point where I stopped and now I'm ready to come back. A lot of things have been going on, but besides that, I'm in a better state of mind. I am a better me, that I'm able to just spread my knowledge, because I don't want to toot my own horn, but I know that this has been encouraged here in this community. I know my shit now. It's just me recruiting those market partners. I know the products. I know how to sell it. I know how to create content. It's just me getting back on there and get going now. So that's where I'm at right now. And that's what I don't want to use the word struggling because I know it's not a struggle because I know I could do it. It's just the
Pre-game jitters.
conversation. What?
Pre-game jitters.
Yes, that exactly. And once I get those out of the way, I know. I mean, I'm great with VIPs. I have that. And people trust me when they see my hair. I haven't posted, but look at this. I never had this a year ago. This is all new here. But it's just getting back on there and promoting myself with and letting people know that I have the knowledge. And I just want to encourage also everyone here that we could all do it. Like it's just get on those calls, become familiar with the website that we have, the resources that you have, and get on simple calls and stuff like that, and then do calls yourself. I mean, I've done them before. That's been very helpful, and that's what's helped me learn. So that's where I'm at right now. So just wait till I get going. It's just the wording for me. Like I've done like one-on-ones with Vanessa way back, and it was just like, oh, you should have said this here. And I was like, it's where do I put in a conversation? Hey, this is what I have to offer. Because in reality, that's what the conversation is about. Like, this is what I have to offer. So that's what I struggle with.
The questions will come in when you're
exactly. How to get them reeled in and continue and not let me on read or like that.
Let me ask you a question. Up to this point, have you recruited? Do you have any business partners as of yet? So
no.
What stopped you from recruiting business partners up to this point? And be transparent. Like, what do you feel as if because you can do it. You do it with VIPs. So what's the difference between market partners?
It's the conversation, the confidence about what it has to project. Because in me, it's like, I've been in this a year. In 2 weeks, I'll be here in a year, and I don't have my own team. So like, how do I tell someone, hey, this is what, like, I can't use myself as an example. I think that's what holds me back and the conversation. So both of them go together.
I'm gonna tell you how. You feel, because I struggled with the same thing. I had it prior to this month, and I'll be transparent. I had it recruited in 4 months, and I was leading recruitment prior to that. The reason why in that 4-month period, I was like, damn, I need a new system. I haven't perfected a system for me to feel comfortable enough to train somebody in the information that I know. It took me 4 months of not making the money that I deserved to make in my business, of not adding fresh blood into my network, which was necessary, something that I preached consistently. I wasn't leading by example because I didn't have a system figured out until I recruited Laura, which was the first recruit that I had this month. And I just fucking winged the system. And it developed itself. Like, you have to, as crazy as this sounds, and I know as an entrepreneur, you have to jump out the window sometimes. Fuck it.
Okay.
Just do it. Just recruit. And you know what? Be transparent in the fact that, I'm really just developing myself as a mentor, but what's the best part about it is you have the entire network. So you can jump on a 3-way call with somebody that you're familiar with. You have it. You know the information. You know how to use the products. You know how you make money. So you know what you're talking about, sis. And you know what's the best part about it? Nobody's telling you what's right or wrong. You're your own business owner. So appeal to your market and don't, again, fear. Trust yourself. Confident in it. If you show up it's game over. Like, it's literally game over. And you'll learn to lead through trial and error. You're going to have to make mistakes. So just do it. Just like I said, call 2 hours. You want to buy the product, but no, let them curse you out. Take all of that, and then you'll be able to deal with it later.
Okay. All right. And I'm laughing because of what Vanessa just put. She's like, Esther, you might know more than me.
Literally, Esther every call for the past year.
Like, I know. That's why I started this by saying, I know all this. I'm a type of person that you teach me. I learn it. I comprehend. It's just the next step of how to create the conversation. But also, I think what we all struggle here is asking for help.
Yes.
We're used to, as I think in a younger generation, when we were like high school, middle school, asking for help was something normal. But now we're adults. We're like, oh, we have to figure this out. I had that mentality of I have to figure this out on my own, but I have to start reminding myself that no, I have a team of people that can help me do it. So thank you for that. I appreciate it.
Of course. Not for you, sis. Jazz, you were next, and then Lilith, someone that you rock out. Go ahead.
1 second. Yes. Okay. Okay. So I want to.
Oh, you muted yourself.
Oh, sorry. I just wanted to say real quick. Do you need anything else? We're good. Yeah. You have the card. Oh, sorry. Okay, sorry. Just 1 second, guys. 1 second.
Ooh, go ahead, Lilith. You can start off.
Okay, so what I was gonna say to Esther too is we all go through the same thing. There is days that because we speak to different people, we have to approach them differently. The way that we speak to one is not gonna be the same way. And sometimes I'm like, what the heck I'm gonna say? So, and I will send Vanessa or whoever, like, I have this situation, what will be next? Because I'm intimidated about people. Some people I am because of the situation, not who they are, but what they're doing and the way that they act. And I haven't touched everyone in my circle and outside my circle because of the same thing. Plus, I have a lot of people around me that also sell Monet, not the same way that I do it, but and that's what stops me a lot of the times. But that doesn't mean that we can just, not because you don't have a team, have to stop you, because you need to invite people in order to grow it. If you don't do it with the first one or the second one, then we're gonna be in the same situation. It's just asking, like, I need a partner, but at the same time, you're not gonna sound like with that need of, like, I'm struggling. You cannot show that. And what I just put a note, something about confidence and how vulnerable we feel when we have to speak to people. I think it's just the same way that you do it and how comfortable you feel with your VIPs will be the same way. The only difference is that you are not leading with the products. You are leading with, this is how successful I'm being, and just use examples, because everything cannot be you. Like, if you think it's not there, using somebody else's story is not gonna, and asking for help is like the best thing. Never forget that there is a lot of us here, one way or the other. And when we, like the way that Coco was saying, you are asking people questions, like interviewing them the same way that they're interviewing you. Find that little thing there to know more about them. That way, and you target exactly what they're looking for, because that's the key. I have seen it many times that whatever they need, the same way that you use the products, those people are looking for something, and that's what you're gonna offer. Just learn a little bit about them and then target that part. Hopefully this helps.
100%. Boom. I just wanted to tap into one thing, Jazz, before I pass you the mic, because Esther brought it up in the chat, and this is very key too. So she literally said that, where is it? I feel like I have to answer right away because I don't want to lose their interest, and then I word vomit. Understanding that, again, treat this business like your 9 to 5, treat this business like your full-time business. Your time is money. This is not the only client that you're speaking with on a daily basis, okay? So even if it is the only client that you're speaking with on a daily basis, still do it. But let them know that, like, okay, there's a time slot. Hold them accountable to it. When I book consultations, let's jump on a FaceTime call, right? Let's jump on a FaceTime call. I have my 10 a.m. time slot tomorrow, a 12 p.m. time slot tomorrow, and then the following day I have a 2 p.m. Let me know which day and time works best for you. I'll let you know. And then I send them over a message. I'm like, I'm so excited to connect with you. Here's your link. I do give a 15-minute grace period. So if you feel as if you're going to be late for whatever reason, please let me know, or else I'll move on to my next consultation. Accountability.
Wow.
Accountability. This is, you know what I'm saying?
Like from the get-go, you get them used to it's a structure. This is how it's managed, and like, oh my God, this person's so organized. Oh my, and here I am just planning for her.
Just planning for them.
But yeah, but that's practice too, like,
Exactly. And then treat it the same way, like nurture it through, because what will happen is they'll see your seriousness off of first touch, that when they're in the business, they'll keep the same energy. They'll be runners for you. Those are your MMPs. Those are your MMVs. You know what I mean? Understanding, willing to do the business, all of that. Go ahead, Jazz.
So This is to Esther. So I feel like the reason why, and maybe I'm completely wrong, right? But I feel like in my heart, maybe, that in your heart, since you've been in the business for a while, and yes, you feel confident. The reason why you're confident with VIPs is because when you started, right away, you're like, okay, VIPs, I got this. All right, cool. And now here we are, right? A little bit more ways down. And the one thing, I feel like you put a staple, like in your head right away, you said like, oh, I'm better at VIPs than I am market partners. So let me, that's what you stuck to, right? So you got the VIPs.
I'm sticking to my comfort zone. That's what, because VIPs is my comfort zone. I'm easy to talk. I'm easy to,
however long later, and you're kind of like, oh, like, it's like a limiting belief, low key. So what I mean by this is you're able to get mad VIPs because you have confidence in the products. But I don't feel like you're able to get market partners because you have this belief in the business. Because at the end of the day, you can't, like, I feel like you think maybe in your head, subconsciously, you think in your head, like, oh, I haven't gotten a market partner, or I haven't got, or when I haven't had, and the reality is that all of us feels that way. I feel that way every single time I get a market partner, and I'm, I get market partners, right? And the reason why I say that is because I have a low key limiting belief about VIPs. And the reason why is because when I started this business, what happened? I was really good at market partners, but barely got VIPs. So as I'm like sitting here now this month, I'm growing. I'm thinking in my head, come on, baby, come on, let's go. I'm thinking in my head, wow, I'm so good at market partners, but I'm not good at VIPs. Why is that? And it's because I placed this title to myself. Like, okay, Jasmine, you're good at market partners, but when it comes to talking about the products, you're not good. So what I mean by that is just like, maybe you just have to go back to the basics and take a look at like, okay, I trust this business model. Everybody else has this success. Maybe I feel a little bit comfortable more with the products than I do the actual business. But how can I do that? How could I feel comfortable with presenting the business? How could I be comfortable with telling this female that, hey, I'm the person that's going to get you to be a millionaire? And sometimes low-key we feel that like that alone is a responsibility. And sometimes we think in our heads, subconsciously, of course, not really, but subconsciously, like, can I really make this person a millionaire? Can this person really trust me? And, with all that I have going on myself, and it reflects on our business. And I just learned that recently because I've been going through that myself. And it was the first time in my 1 year in the business that I've ever felt insecure in my business, which was this past month. And it was because I started realizing like, okay, I don't need market partners. Now let's focus on VIPs. And then I'm like, wait, I can't do VIPs. I'm not good at VIPs. But there's Jasmine going, putting that in her head. And I just heard you when you were talking to Ariana. You know what I mean? You kept saying, I'm not good at getting market partners, but I can get VIPs, but I'm not market partners. No. And it's just like, there we go, putting it in our head subconsciously. So when now tomorrow, when you're about to go message that market partner, this conversation is going to come and into your head subconsciously, and it's going to stop you, get you scared, and be like, nah, I'm going to do it later. You know what I mean? And then it never gets done because we keep going. It's like a giant vicious cycle. So I just wanted to bring that up because, again, I am dealing with this too now with VIPs. I'm very good at explaining the business model, but talk to me about the products, and here I go, subconsciously saying it, I'm not good at selling VIPs. So I just want you to know that it's okay to feel this way. It's just something that we have to work through together. And if you can give me your tips on VIPs, I can give you my tips on market partners, and here we go.
I think we definitely have to sit down together and work this out. Definitely.
For sure. Recently I've been thinking about it. I'm like, I have all these amazing females that are so good at all the things I'm not good at. Ariana, scheduling. Mandy, cooking. Girl, I'm trying to cook too. You know what I mean? Like all these things that like I have these amazing girls that are good at. And I'm so into my head, like I can't figure it out, which is why when you said, we have to be open to like reaching out. ladies, I know we're all older and we're adults, and it's like we can't ask for help because then you're like the weak one. But it's like, no, I'll be that weak one to say I need help. So who's with me? Woo, okay.
Thank you, Jasmine. Thank you always.
Go ahead, Jeanette.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to enroll a VIP, so I'm a little distracted. But what I wanted to say to Esther is that I'm not sure if she was part of the book club when we did Get Over Your Damn Self, when we read that book. And in that book, one of the things that was one of my biggest takeaway was start with the business, because if the business doesn't start with the business and then default to the products.
Yeah.
So if you always start with the business first and the person does not buy into the business, then you're starting with making someone an MP versus starting them making a VIP first. Because once you get the nose for the VIPs or whatever the case is, now you can't turn around and say, well, you don't like my product, so do you want to do the business? So that's one thing that ever since I read that book, whenever I talk to people, I talk about the business first. I sell them on the business. And if selling them on the business doesn't work, then let's move on to the product. Because like that, you're already guaranteeing yourself if they say yes to the business, that's an MP.
Yeah.
And like you, I didn't have a team for a long time, and I have MP that signed up that haven't done anything, but I'm still running. And I'm still doing the best I can, and I still push my MPs even though they don't want to work. The ones, not the new ones that I have, but the other ones that have registered and have not even gotten their money back on their product pack, they see me, they're looking, and I still reach out to them. I stay on red, I stay on scene, whatever the case is, but you know what? I'm gonna be in your face because you bought a product pack and you believed in this business and you signed up. There was a reason, and I'm gonna keep pushing because someday you'll wake up.
Yeah.
So don't get discouraged, because that doesn't discourage me. I have 9 MPs and only one's working.
Wow.
And I am good with VIPs. I don't have an issue getting VIPs. The MPs has been more of a struggle, but ever since reading that book, I start with the business first and then default to the product.
Thank you, Jeanette.
Esther, you're not alone on that, because girl, me VIPs, I can get them left or right. Look at me, I'm struggling to get another MP. So you're not alone. I'm telling you, I could sit here and Ariana, like my team, they could tell you, I mean, that I could get VIPs like crazy. I'm good at that aspect. When it comes to like, hey, about the business and whatnot, I get like nervous for some reason. Like, oh my God, I don't know if I'm pushing you or something, you know?
I don't know if I'm getting excited or like extra nervous, like when I'm talking, and that's when I word vomit, and I'm like, oh my God, and then I'm like,
I think it's a little bit of both, because I get excited to talk about it, and then I get nervous because I'm like, oh shit, am I pushing this person too hard?
It diminishes all that confidence, all that confidence.
Yeah. So the confidence that we show with the product and the knowledge, that's what we have to carry on into the business.
It's because you know what it is? I'm good with customer service.
Yeah.
I'm good with customer service. I could sit here, like I worked in the restaurant industry, I could take a plate and sell you the dish and you'll spend $100 on that plate. But when it comes to this aspect, I'm like, and it's true, confidence is key. I'm like, hold up, am I doing this right? Like, is this too much? Like, I don't want to overwhelm you. Like,
that's if it's everything. You have to say.
And then we start making them doubt because we start questioning
ourselves.
Like, yo, wasn't she just offering me the business?
People feel energy. If you're wishy-washy with the energy, I wouldn't sign up. I wouldn't give you my money neither. You have to be confident in yourself. In yourself. That's it. Just be confident in yourself. All right, Jew, I want you to go. Go ahead, bro.
All right, how's everybody doing? Basically my question is like, it's kind of like with the market partners, but like, how would you kind of like approach it like a business to business view, I want to say.
Question. So you mean like pitching the opportunity to a business?
Yeah, so like I have my barber and like he owns his own shop. So he has a whole bunch of other barbers and he has like 2 locations. So I don't know how to go about it.
Bad money. So what you need to understand, business people talk numbers.
Yeah.
Business people are investors. If you are an entrepreneur, you invest in yourself and you invest your money, period. So which means you have to make it feasibly make sense. Okay. As a market partner with Monet, technically you have the right when you own a business to resell the product at your storefront. We get paid off of the products that we buy.
Mm-hmm.
You're technically double dipping as an LLC. The profit margin for you to make money is exponential as a business. Not only that, on a daily basis, every single person that steps foot into their store is a client. As him as a barber, he will be directly using the product on the people in their seat, which means they're going to trust it because they trust him to cut their hair.
Yeah.
Is actually cutting their hair. That's when they're going to ask, like, damn, this beard oil make my shit shiny as hell. What the hell is this? Actually, I sell it. You could either pay full price right over there on my shelf now that we're here. It's $100 for the oil, or I can sign you up as a VIP.
Mm-hmm.
Or, if you really messing with the product, you really like it like that, you should just sell it too. But that's how I make sideline bread off of this. There's an amazing barber called Bun the Barber. He's actually a celebrity barber. I'm going to DM you guys inside of all the chats a couple of his videos. He is making stupid money off of this. Every single person that sits in his chair is a double dip client. Think about Alana. Alana's pregnant right now. She's one of our uplines too. I think she's Nina's upline if I'm not mistaken, or vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
Alana was the esthetician. Every single client that sat in her seat, got her eyelashes done, sold the oil too. She became the rank that she's at right now, I believe, in like not even 6 months. Flew because you're able to double dip. Plus your personal volume, your personal sales. Again, you have people that trust you that are directly using the product. Their personal sales off of just weekly income from selling just the product is going to be stupid. Now, let's say he has the business mindset to recruit other business professionals to cut hair at his salons, right? So much so that he has a second location open. Those are all business partners right there. It would make the most sense for them to double dip their business as well, right?
Yeah.
He knows other he knows other barbershops. He knows other hairstylists. All it is word of mouth for him. So spreading the value in the money, the additional line of income, because it's of no additional work for him. He should be posting his stuff on Instagram anyway, not highlight a product that's going to double pay you. Not only getting people in your seat to pay for the haircut, but also pay for the products. Virtually. He don't even have to do that. He can cut hair in his house if he wants to, and he's still be able to sell the product. So shout out that value. And then also highlight what it is that he has high interest in. So this comes from asking questions. Maybe there are some barbers that cut hair for homeless people, very passionate about that. They do it once a year as like a Thanksgiving thing or whatever. Maybe that's something that he's really intrigued in. Introduce the gratitude program that we offer from Monet. There are tons of little things that you can do. This is the type of client that I recommend getting on a 3-way call with. Somebody that you trust, any upline, or even somebody that you might have in mind, or maybe you don't even know, just ask me privately. I'll be able to we'll go over who he is, all that good stuff, because he's gonna want to know actual statistical hard data. All right, how much money can I really get off of this? You know what I'm saying? And maybe questions that you're not gonna quite yet be able to be confident enough to answer. That's when your upline will be able to step in and address those questions. But the trust comes from you. He trusts you to get on the call. Now you just have somebody that's in a little bit of a higher position just because I've been in the business longer, so I know more because of trial and error on my own end, that will be able to hit him with all the hard questions. And then we'll get off the call and he'll sign up underneath you. And then you're going to hit fucking MMB in 2 seconds because he's going to be your quickest line. Businesses, that's where the money resides. Does that help?
Hell yeah.
Any other questions? This was my longest call in a while. It was a full hour. Thank you guys all for staying on your Sunday night. I hope this was super valuable. One thing I want to close with, I know a couple people jumped off, Discord. It is a major part of your system, okay? There needs to be more communication in there. And I said it inside of this chat. You guys are welcome. I said it inside of this chat. All the stuff that we're speaking about is why it is so important that we're doing affirmations every single morning and gratitudes every single night. And the person that brought this to my attention was Lilith, because we jumped on a call earlier today because we had to talk about some shit. Every single day. Don't wait for a leader in the Discord to start that off. Be the spark. It's so important.
I know, thanks to Gracie. I don't know if she's on this call, but she started the affirmations this morning. And I was like, you know what? Way to go, Gracie.
Amen.
Like, you don't have to wait for a leader to do it. You wake up, you're the first one to wake up, you on that chat, what are you affirming for the day? How are you starting your morning? And that's going to be a trickle effect to everyone else that's on there, because that's going to be like, oh yeah, what are my affirmations?
Amen. Big facts. All right, guys. I love you. Have a stupendous night. Bye.